Saskatoon. Timmy, the truth teller of Saskatoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm not even
going
to say all of the words.
Too early in the show.
Too
Look at us.
early.
Look at everybody in the chat already. You guys joining us early today.
Well, you know why, Jared.
Dead Fish, welcome to the chat. CTB, look, we got GL.
Yeah.
Everybody's showing up early.
So, guys, welcome to the podcast Never Sleeps. I'm Cameron. With me always is Jared. And we got an early episode today because we got a lot of breaking news we got to cover, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, Jared.
breaking.
Stuff's breaking.
I
and
can
it's
tell
news.
you right now, there's all kinds of broken stuff out there.
All right, but so yeah, what's up? What is that cheese spread? That's a dope name.
Yeah, welcome.
All right, so Jared, will you tell the beautiful folks at home what we'll be diving into today?
Yeah, so in case you're living under a rock, the entire world is being swarmed with drones. Drones that nobody can identify their point of origin, who they belong to, or they're lying about knowing who they're from and where they're from.
Which is what the government does, or not. I mean, whatever doesn't get us canceled, I could.
Yeah, canceled, more like
Murder. Yeah.
So we're going to dive into everything we know so far. Today, there was even a congressional hearing about this. So get ready. We're going to dive into all things drone swarm today that you need to know and what we think these things possibly could be. And we got tons of videos. You guys are going to love this.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So we can promise that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jared, what do you say we freaking start?
Let's jump in.
You want to jump in, dude?
Let's talk drones, UAPs.
Let's do it.
All right.
So, man, I got my disappointed face on. You like the end of Loki season 2?
Yeah.
Him with the green time. It sounds like something I would make up. It really does.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Drones!
And wrote in the comments, I was gonna say that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods.
Gubernatorial. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would never lie. We got the goods coming up. And yeah, it's going to be pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. I always love that term.
Yeah, we're not going to drone on about it.
Yeah, we're not just going to drone on and just be in the sky.
Okay.
There's nothing else to do there.
Yeah, unidentified speech.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're not just going to fly off the handle.
There you go. Okay,
All right,
you got
I got
there.
one. I just needed to get one.
Yeah, and in the chat, we already have. I mean, look at CTB. The stuff
Gubernatorial.
going on with these drones is insane. Can't wait to hear what, if anything, that you have found out. Well, we have found out plenty. So we're about to get into that. We've also got GL on here.
Yes.
He's going to send us that video.
Yes.
Yes, please do that. And something else about, he's been seeing, I think, drones over the radio
I'm
tower.
so good at typing.
Yeah.
But send that vid right now. Email.
Please.
Okay, so everybody's asking, what the hell are these drones above us?
Everybody, even Congress. Like, we're
is
talking,
asking.
this is a major crisis.
Hey, China? And they're like, we don't know what the fuck. Like, hey, Russia? They're like, I don't know.
Which is what they would say if it was theirs.
Yeah. Those no.
Alien.
Fired. Yeah.
Definitely
Fired.
alien.
Yeah, actually killed them all. Kill all the Americans. But probably Russia. No.
So
we don't know.
We're going to get into that. I'm going to talk about what we know, and then from there, we can get into speculation nation. We can figure out exactly where these things are from or why we're not willing to say. So let's start from the beginning of this story.
Yeah.
Right?
November 2nd, 1721.
Yeah, this is where it all began.
Yeah.
Well, no. So we actually had a heads up about contention with UAPs in the sky. We were given this heads up in 2009.
Cliff High.
By Cliff High. And I have a picture of this guy.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Because I don't want to call him that.
Yeah, that's great, man.
But this is a computer scientist who wrote an algorithm. The purpose
Actually, I remember when this picture was taken, they said, hey, Cliff, make your most excited face.
Yeah.
And
And
he
then they were
said-
like, make your saddest and then make your happiest.
And then they combined them all.
yeah. Oh, they were all this.
Yeah.
This is it. Can the audience see this?
Nope, not yet. Good call.
There we go.
Yeah, there it
This
is.
is Mr. Cliff High, a computer scientist. He wrote an algorithm, the purposes for which were to predict stock trends. He wanted to get rich.
So it used linguistics and the internet to predict.
Yeah, blogs, articles, social media, it uses everything. And news stories, and it would try and predict the future.
Yeah.
Something interesting that it predicted in 2009 was that Donald Trump would be interviewed by Joe Rogan. and
Yeah.
would go on to win the presidency. So
That makes a lot of sense though. Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast in the world, right? Donald Trump is a former president who's running again.
right.
Stands to reason.
If
this
you were
would
to make
occur.
that prediction a few months ago, yes,
Sure.
stands to reason.
Sure.
But to make this prediction in 2009
Is absurd.
when Joe Rogan, his podcast was him sitting on a couch with like a couple guys that nobody
yeah, him
knew.
and Brian Redband Skyping with Bert
Smoking
Kreischer.
cigars.
Nobody knew anything that was happening.
Yeah, it was not the show we know today.
No.
So the prediction is actually wild. And the idea that Trump would be running for a second term of president when he hadn't even won the first term
Is
or
insane.
even announced running
Is
yet.
insane.
Yeah. So this is a great prediction.
And if you do want to hear a little more about the prediction, we dove into it last week. So last week we explained the whole prediction, and we went into
We're gonna get
this
into
cliff
more of
eye,
it.
this linguistics. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So let's get more. What do we got?
Well, I figured we should, do the prophecy, talk about this prophecy.
we have to.
So yeah, so this computer programmer, he says that there's going to be this major moment with Trump and Joe Rogan. I have a picture of that interview. Let's throw that up there. And he said that this would be a temporal marker. So this meeting or this interview before
these
he
could have been.
became the president-elect would be a temporal marker for something insane. Basically, there would be a UFO versus jet or UFO v UFO contention in the skies, and it would launch some sort of aerial battle of some kind.
And again, not to beat a dead horse, but to say that last month is not. It's still insane.
to say it pre-2017.
That's what I'm saying. But to say it in 2009, before we had all this disclosure and everything,
Yeah.
is like crazy bonkers retarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy bonkers.
No, it is. It's and so he gets those predictions right.
Yeah.
And so the following, if this temporal marker, which did happen, we just saw the picture of it. He did interview on the Joe Rogan Experience, which is now the biggest podcast in the world. Trump, who was a former president running for re-election, that was the temporal marker that would mark a 30 to 40 day period where UFOs would show up all around the world. In some contentious period.
Yeah.
Now, the speculation that Cliff made was that it would be this aerial battle.
Yeah.
That was him speculating on what the contention was.
Yeah.
But that's not what the model said. The computer model just said that there would be UFOs that would be so that would cause some sort of contention around the world.
So
yeah.
obviously he would be like, oh, it's probably going to be fighter jets and UFOs or UFOs v UFOs.
Exactly, and he speculates it's going to be a battle.
Of course,
big aerial, but that's him speculating. The model just said contention.
Yeah,
and
real
that's
quick.
important. Go ahead.
Real quick. Cheese Spread said, I've been following Webbot and Cliff since he predicted Bitcoin would blast off from $400.
Smart. You must have done very well.
Yeah, God
Oh,
bless
man.
you. God bless you.
Yeah, that computer algorithm is getting a lot of things right. So I would pay attention.
Yeah.
Some of the other stuff he talks about is a little off the rocker, but the computer model itself, it's getting a lot of things correct.
Yeah,
So,
it seems like some of it works.
So this 30 to 39 day period, so in October 2024, it was October 25th was when the interview took place. So that would have been the jumping off point where there would be a 30 to 39 day period where this UFO swarm would happen.
It's more like a jumping off point.
Yeah.
No, that is.
Yeah. Death is more like a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got this.
Wakanda, not forever, but just Black Panther, the original, right?
No. Where do we first meet Black?
Oh, no. It's in Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Civil
Death is
War.
more of a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Giving life, what's up? Everybody in here, hit that like button. Yes, dude. What is GR the greatest ever? Guys, if you hit that like button, you will have good luck for the rest of the week.
Very kind
If you
of
don't
Yeah,
hit
thanks
that
for
like
saying
button,
that.
you're gonna have bad luck. So hit that like button. Did that work? You think that worked? Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you, JL, for the reminder. Anyway,
So, a 2009 prediction about a UFO swarm. Now, we know October 25th is when the interview happens. That starts this 30 to 40 day countdown where this UFO swarm is going to happen. Okay?
Yes.
So, he said it was going to be either alien vehicles or alien reproduction vehicles, meaning man-made UFOs. This is what the model spit out.
Crazy.
So, he doesn't say it's only going to be aliens. He says it could be aliens or it could be our technology, human technology,
Yeah.
meant to rival
Yeah.
or be a reproduction of alien tech. And I have some pictures of what ARVs look like.
What?
Yeah, so let's look at these ARVs.
All right, let's see them.
Again, alien reproduction vehicle.
Dude, what the hell? They
Yeah.
look like human beings, man.
This is
like
that aerial drafter, designer, McCandlish, who actually drew this out. And he had a buddy that had seen it at an air show, which was like a private viewing for just certain defense contractors. And then he drew out exactly how it worked and how it looked. So this is a picture of an ARV. And then go down, we have one actually in flight. This was one of the earliest captures of a UFO on picture.
That's an eerie photo too.
And why do we know this is an ARV? So the description of this is that it had these bubbles around the top, and that's where the cameras were seated because there's no windows on these things. So this fit the description of an alien reproduction vehicle. This picture was taken in the 60s. So we have had this technology since at least the 60s.
The late 40s.
I mean ours, the reproduction vehicles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cool. Is that what we're seeing right now? No, they don't look like this. They look a little different. So let's dive into the contention.
Okay.
Around mid-November, November 20th, this is the beginning of that 30 to 39 day period. November 24th would be 30 days from the 25th October interview. Okay.
Yep.
So around the 20th is when we start seeing these swarms of unidentified drones. Now, an unidentified UFO, unidentified flying object.
Yes.
If you have a drone that you can't identify its point of origin,
UFO.
who owns it, or what, it is considered a UFO.
Yep.
So this prophecy is getting something right. We're seeing swarms of UFOs in the UK, and that's where it starts. But where are the drones flying over? They're flying over military bases.
Which is like the most terrifying
and
prospect.
they're US-UK military bases. So it is. This is for spying. This is espionage, right?
And like FBI, you know what the FBI is homes. Like it's the craziest thing.
Oh, you're talking about, we'll get to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I have a video here. This is when we first start getting news of these UFOs, which are drones, okay? By people this is witness testimony, people seeing these things fly around over these RAF and US military bases in the UK. I have a video here. Let's start with this one. You could just start it right from the top.
With this great video.
Yeah.
The U.S. Air Force says unidentified drones have been spotted over 4 joint U.S. and U.K. military bases in England. The mysterious drones have repeatedly appeared for over a week now. Stephanie Bennett is live in London. So, Stephanie, this is pretty disturbing. What do we know about these drones?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Julie. I mean, the details are still very limited at this time.
Accent.
We do know that the sighting started last week on November 20th, and they have really ranged in size, in style, and also the amount that we've been seeing over that last
What is she
week
talking about?
or so. Now, a senior British official confirmed to Fox that the UK has deployed about 60 troops, including counter-drone specialists, to help determine who is behind this and to help defend the air bases amid fears it's a potential coordinated operation. They're describing the incidents as unusual and say this is a serious set of circumstances.
Stop there.
Take a
They give so little information. So they're describing it as serious, and they say this is a crazy set of
military?
circumstances.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, so that's all we need to know.
We're going to get very little from them on this subject.
Yeah, of course we are.
And so let's go to this next one's from the BBC. Obviously, there are boots on the ground here. So let's see this video from the BBC.
GL says he sees one all the time. Every morning he says, there's secret base in the mountains up there. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it could be testing of some kind, but it could be spying.
Top secret. Not just secret, top secret.
Could be spying. And this reminds me of a situation that happened, a year ago with this, or a couple years ago with the balloon. This is, February,
Remember that? When was that?
Yeah, February 22.
Wasn't that last year?
No.
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
Well, almost 3 years
And
ago.
there was this balloon that had an array of intelligence surveillance gear so that they could
Dude, what
spy.
about before that? What about the jellyfish? That amazing video on our channel that like nobody's seen. And then they came out and somebody was saying, the jellyfish.
Oh, at the base. Oh, yeah. That story has a lot more to it.
Yeah, we have
There's
to
more
revisit that.
context there.
Anyway, and then Cheese Spread said, I'm making a documentary about my sighting.
Nice.
Putting it out on the 2nd year anniversary of 11025.
Well, keep us apprised. Stay on the show. Let us know when you do that, and we'll blast it because I'll watch that.
Yeah,
I love this stuff.
dude. And
we love this topic.
Yeah, Tina said, I've only heard of those drones over the East Coast. Anybody hear of them on the West Coast?
Yes. Yeah, that we have Navy pilots that said they see these things on the West Coast. So yeah, it's not just the East Coast.
There's Moose Evan with his signature.
Howdy. Welcome to the
Moose.
chat. So we're talking about these drone swarms that are all around our allied countries and around the U.S. So far, we've gotten to the U.K. They're flying over joint U.S.-UK military installations and gathering intelligence. And we're sending up jets to try and track these things and figure out who they belong to and what they're actually doing. And they've gathered no intel they're willing to share so far.
Yeah.
Here's the BBC.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
So helpful.
But we're moving forward in time. So this is November 20th. November 20th to 24th is when these reports were happening.
Yeah.
So.
We're always moving forward.
Yep.
in
And
time.
we'll move up to current.
Okay, let's go.
Yep. Do it.
Let's do it.
Around secure military sites. And that is exactly what the UK and US military based here have been dealing with publicly, at least for the last 5 or 6 nights. Last night, there were more reports of objects in the sky above RAF air bases from Oxfordshire to Norfolk and Suffolk. We're told it's not just kids playing around because, and I'm quoting, their flights were coordinated over a series of days. Professor David H. Dunn is an expert in the politics of drone warfare and counterterrorism strategies from the University of Birmingham. Thank you for coming on the programme, Professor.
Yeah.
To your mind, what does this look like?
So pretty much, they go into speculation. So this is still early on. This is the first wave of swarms, and these swarms, they're coordinated efforts over multiple days. They move in scanning patterns.
Yeah. So so all the news is just having drone experts come on.
Yeah.
Hey, what do these things look like to you? What do you think these bad boys are?
Yeah, because you go to the store buy drones, right? But
I have 2 drones.
You don't fly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't fly them over military bases. You're not supposed to fly them over airports. You're not supposed to do them over critical infrastructure. But that's what these are doing. So it poses a threat. So cool. So we have those. So as predicted, UAPs from this algorithm, UAPs or UFOs are starting to swarm over the UK.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yep. Unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
Damn it. I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I was like making a joke of like.
It's anomalous because they can go in the water, not just the air. So they had to switch it to anomalous. I know. You always get that one backwards. So does the drone swarming stop there? No. It continues. And it continues over the United States of America.
And do we have evidence of this?
Yeah.
Yes.
We do. So we've got Germany's involved. Most all Western European countries have these drones swarming over their military bases, and then they make their way to the United States, and that's where we start to get more involved.
Yes.
New Jersey specifically they get huge waves of sightings.
Yeah.
And what makes these drones different from what you would buy at maybe Target or Costco? They're described as being the size of an SUV.
Oh, so they're small. They're gargantuan.
What
All right,
the
cool.
hell? Yeah. How do you even power something that big or that heavy? Not to mention, they stay up in the air for 4 hours at a time. And that's just from people watching them. We don't know how long they're able to actually stay up.
If someone were to make a drone the size of an SUV,
yes,
you could get it in the air maybe a minute or two.
Think about how heavy a freaking Tesla is because the array of batteries.
Maybe a minute or two. Maybe.
That's wild.
For 4 hours plus is insane.
No, it can't be standard drone
That's like
technology.
not technology we have.
Nope.
It's not stuff.
It's not. It's not standard drone technology. The propulsion system has to be something different. And I'll explain why we know that in just a minute. So they can stay up for about 3 hours, 4 hours is what we're clocking them at.
Okay.
We can't clock their point of origin. And they have a wingspan in most cases of 15 feet. That's insane.
Yep, that's huge.
These are like the size of an airplane, but they're hovering drones.
Yeah.
And these things are fast.
Dude, I want to... well, maybe not.
So they're flying over nuclear bases. They're flying over military bases.
Great.
When they hit the States, they start flying over power grid areas and water treatment plants. They're looking at our critical infrastructure. They're looking at points of weakness. And the only way they're able to... Yeah. And so my first question would be, why aren't we just knocking these things out of the sky? Why don't we stop this right in its tracks?
Because we went to every other country and we're like, hey guys, is it you? And they're like, no, it's not us. We're like, is it you guys for real though? Honestly, like no BS.
I wonder if they make calls like that.
They have to,
right? Like ambassadors, maybe. You know, hey, are you? Because they don't know. They truly don't know whose they are.
They have to.
They don't even know where they're launching from. And when we have countermeasures to track drones. We can see once the drone's in the air, we can track its point of origin from literally the signal it's using to stay up in the air. But
Russia, are you sure it's not yours? It came from
pinging from you.
From Moscow,
We
brother.
can do that, dude. We can track drones' point of
origin. So
origin.
we tried to track this, and it said point of origin, planet Xenon in the Wallborg.
Yeah. No, we're getting nothing. So that means it has some sort of technology that prevents us from using these countermeasures to track its point of origin. That's one thing that it can do.
Terrifying.
That's different.
That nothing
it's the
else
size
does,
of a car, which is also different, meaning the propulsion technology can't be the standard drone propulsion.
It could stay up in the air longer than normal drones.
Dude, just the battery array itself that it would take to put something in the air for 4 hours.
Especially if it's the size of an SUV.
Would weigh a ton,
With the wingspan of 15 feet. What?
Yeah, 15-foot wingspan, dude. That's massive. And people are seeing these things over their neighborhoods in Jersey. I have back to the prophecy. The prophecy said that essentially within that 30-day period, which would have began on the 24th of November.
Okay.
And through 39 days would have ended us in the first week of December.
Yeah.
And let's see what happened on December 3rd, which is when
we
the prophecy
shot
was
our
supposed to
episode
come to fruition.
It was last Tuesday.
Yeah.
When we did our episode. Right?
Yeah.
And we discussed it.
We did.
So what happened?
We were like, ha ha ha, silly prophecy will never come true.
We're like, unless you, and I think I even said during the episode, so look outside right now, guys. If there's aliens fighting, you know why.
Yeah. So on December 3rd, we get this press briefing.
Is the DOD open to
TS?
Yep.
So we get this great press briefing.
This is a White House press briefing on December 3rd, the day that the prophecy said we would have this UFO contention. Now,
or signals.
Yeah, contention just means disagreement or argument. I think the contention that the model was trying to say was we are going to have this disagreement or confusion over where or what these things are or where they're from.
Yeah. Hey, chat, we'll read it, you guys, in 1 second.
We'll get to the chat right after the video. Yeah.
Are they conducting surveillance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to drone on here.
You sick son of a bitch. We know what you did. You don't want to drone on.
He did it.
He did it, and he did it well. And Jared, can I say something? God bless him for it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
You know what? Yeah. This important
if there's a moment,
press briefing is the perfect place.
I don't want to drone on. Yeah, I don't want to fly off the handle here.
The public's like really afraid of these SUVs flying over their neighborhoods. Yeah. Can you tell us more about that? I don't want to drone on about it.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, call me.
Yeah, you're sexy, by the way. All right.
Bottom line is,
and then he walks off
again,
stage.
Still assessing what these are, and just don't have anything further to pass along. I'd refer to U.S. Air Forces in Europe, which I'm sure you're in contact with, just to keep in touch on the latest on that.
And can you share anything yet about how you guys are detecting or countering them?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to meet me back at my hotel later, I'll tell you all about everything we're doing. This is him. What do you mean? You're giving me a hard time.
I know. You're doing what's it called? IMUS, where as long as the character says it, it's not. You didn't say it. Yeah. You gotta be more like Amish.
Yeah.
Amish does characters.
That beautiful milky skin.
WNBC.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to hear his response to this question. How are we tracking these? Play that.
Again, I don't want to get into the specifics in terms of tactics, techniques, and procedure.
But precisely what we're doing is we're taking
as it relates to force protection. Certainly, we have a variety of means at our disposal. And
by the way, this guy knows so much
that he can't say.
100%.
Yeah. And this is early on. We're
dude,
still
he has
November.
demons.
Yeah.
Because he knows so much. He has demons, dude. He goes home and he watches weird tapes of something. I'm not even gonna speculate. It's so creepy.
You protect our personnel and our facilities. But again, just to kind of put this into context, even here in the United States, right? If there are drones that are being flown by hobbyists or some other entity, you want to make sure that you're doing due diligence not only to protect yourself and the safety of others, but also using appropriate measures in order to.
So he's talking about UK, and he's just saying if it were, this is on December 3rd, where the prophecy is supposed to. This is where it takes hold. So it's interesting that the White House press briefing about this subject happens on December 3rd, when the model predicted it would happen. If you remember, TikTok was crazy on December 3rd, saying there's going to be an alien UFO attack. Yeah. Well, because of the swarms in the UK. We had to go. Now we have an actual press briefing with a Joint Chief, a member of the Joint Chiefs, telling us if it were to happen here, we have certain ways of tracking these things. So he doesn't realize that he's going to have to deal with this pretty soon. So scoot to 510 on this video.
I'll scoot to 510. You scoot that way.
What's going on?
You're cutting off your face.
Oh,
okay. 510.
Yep.
You got it. That guy was so funny, just a little boring sounding. But no, what he was saying was interesting.
No, 5 minutes and 10 seconds, the same video.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know that. Okay.
510.
Dude, this is the whole thing. It's like 5 hours long.
This was a press briefing. Yeah, they talked about more than just this one subject.
Okay. 510.
Moose Heaven, yeah.
So, like, dude, I just looked and I saw. I guess what I saw would be considered an orb or a fireball. I'm like, what are they talking about? We're missing out on so much.
No, after this video, we're going to read the chat.
I know. All right, let's get it this way. 510. We'll find you. The audience can see.
What's difficult?
Getting to 510.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Boom. Pitches.
Okay.
Domestically since October?
That's a hard question to answer, Jen, because I mean the reality is
first
on
name
any
basis.
given day, Pat Ryder, hobbyist drone pilot, can fly my drone next to a base.
Pat Ryder, that's literally what Cheese Spread just said. Pat Ryder. Patrick Ryder.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I more impressed than you are? That's
base, and it's in and it's out. And delayed. Is that a drone incident, or are we talking about something?
He's in
more
his
serious,
documentary,
where like the Langley incident, where there's multiple drones operating over a facility for multiple days.
Okay, stop there.
All right.
So
again, I don't have any.
Basically, he's saying if they were to come to the U.S., we would be able to track them, and we have to be discerning. It could just be a hobbyist. It could just be. There's so many different uses for drones nowadays. Everybody can go buy one.
You can't. Yeah, you can't go lose your mind every time a drone.
Yeah, I get it. You can't shoot everything out of the sky, right? We'll be discerning, but we've got the technology to look into this. Should we have to worry about it in the U.S.?
We have the intel.
This is December 3rd. So let's see. What do we got in the chat? So we've got. All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with Tina right here with her beautiful member badge.
So there's one seen over the home in New Jersey, and those particular ones in the West Coast. Okay, she's asking if those are showing up in the West Coast. Yes, they are.
Okay.
And we know that now, and we're getting there.
Okay. Cheese Spread.
The one that Cheese saw was different than the ones that they're describing in New Jersey, and that the drones that are the size of cars. That a guy can ride on, GL says. And then Tina says there's got to be a mothership of some kind.
They check in with to refuel.
Yeah, because where's the point of origin here? Why can't we track these things back?
Yeah.
They need to land at some point, right? Or do they?
And then Cheese Spread.
What's the technology here?
He said, I know, I saw it, but you wouldn't believe me.
I would.
And then Moose 7 said, China.
Yeah, China. Yeah, a lot of people think that it could be Chinese, just like the spy balloon.
Sure.
I guess that, and then keep going down. I guess that what I saw would be considered an orb or a fireball. Yeah, and you're not the only one.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is actually happening all over the place right now. So this is part of the same phenomenon. Is these orbs, and we're getting there.
Then he said, I think I just saw the engine though. The craft was cloaked because I didn't see any other craft. Just
very
the motor.
Cool.
And then that's when he mentioned Ryder.
Yeah.
Is it Cheese Spread? I've seen a shield-sized carrier in the sky, cloak with a landing strip. What the fuck?
He thinks it was burning some sort of. It had some like bright orange afterburn of some kind.
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, last one, someone said that they saw them in Bangkok last night. Okay. So yes,
what?
So now they're not just over New Jersey, they're over New York City, they're over Florida, Philadelphia, Nevada. We have sightings over the test range, so they've been clocked there. They are clocked over Edwards in California.
Bro, we've talked about Edwards Air
So
Force Base.
yes, this is they're in Texas, military bases over Texas, oil fields in Texas, critical mineral mines all over the country. These things are being clocked in all of these critical places where we either get fossil fuels or energy from, where we keep our nuclear weapons.
What are they trying to destroy our infrastructure?
Yeah.
And our defenses?
So we have this press briefing where he says, don't worry, we have technology and countermeasures for this if it happens here.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, we have this report
from
local news in Jersey. Let's watch this one.
Okay.
It looks like the problem came home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
To roost.
Mysterious drones spotted in the New Jersey night sky, prompting an FBI investigation and temporary flight restrictions from the FAA. Multiple reports of this.
Oh, shit.
Unusual aircraft activity around the Trump National Golf Course Club, Bedminster, as well as a U.S. Army ammunition hub in Dover. All right, let's get out to senior national correspondent Brian Enton. Brian, what else are we learning here?
Brian knows a lot about this subject.
Yeah, it's very mysterious. The FBI and local law enforcement say they're investigating, Nicole, but they have not given an update about exactly where these drones are coming from. Residents in Morris County have been videoing the large drones at night. Here's some of the video here.
Size of an SUV.
They've got bright lights. They appear in the sky only at night, apparently. They say the drones started appearing in mid-November. The FBI says there could also be fixed-wing aircraft spotted as part of this investigation. Marossi County is just north of the Trump National Golf Club at Bedminster.
That's so nuts.
There is no
Look
evidence
at
that
this
the drones
shit,
are specifically.
That's exactly what we have on our
Trump's
thumbnail, by the
property,
way.
but the vicinity is certainly
This is where our
raising some
president
eyebrows. The
frequents
sheriff's
this
office
golf
put out a
course.
statement acknowledging what residents have been calling in and seeing and saying there is an
look at
active
that.
investigation.
So stop there. So they were also spotted, interestingly enough, right over a meeting that was being held by the military where the Secretary of Defense was. So it was tracking high-ranking officials in our government right over a classified meeting with the SecDef.
I know the last thing I looked at was about it being over the homes of FBI agents who were like looking into them and shit.
So yeah, it gets scarier,
Oh,
right?
my
So now that the problem comes home, we have to get the FBI involved. So now the FBI is involved and they're looking into this, and that's really all they can tell us.
Sure.
And they're asking for the public's help. When you see these, let us know.
Call 1-800-USO. What is the new term?
If you know anybody that has something to do with it, because they need they always need public's help. Just UAP, yeah.
Unidentified.
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Well, because they've labeled these as just being drones, you could call them UAS, unmanned aerial systems. So UAS is kind of the term that they use internally at the Pentagon when they're talking about drones. So we know drones can be used for nefarious purposes.
They just wanted a way to take USA and jumble up the letters.
That's kind of cool. I like that guess. So where are these things from, right? We should be able to track them. We had this member of the Joint Chiefs.
We have the technology to track drones and their point of origin.
So
that is something that we have, right?
Yeah, we have that technology.
Okay, so we should have no problem knowing exactly where these orbs are coming from. I'm sorry, where these drones are coming from, right?
I agree, especially something that big.
Especially something the size of a goddamn SUV with a 15-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So we use that technology to try to track them as we can, and as we use it, we use this in war.
Yeah,
right, to track drones. They have a countermeasure that blocks that. Okay. We send up F-22s and F-16s to actually intercept these things, and it outruns an F-16. One of these SUV-sized drones outran a fighter jet. And it lost it. It's jamming radar, which is an act of war.
So it has to be homegrown. It can't be from outer space. I guess.
Oh no, yes, I don't believe they're aliens.
Yeah,
this sounds like a bad actor.
This is a bad actor. Yeah. It has countermeasures. They're like, well, first they're gonna try to trace our point of origin. So let's hit the what's that movie? The big. something. He's like, I got the buster.
Yeah,
Remember?
and this is the what is that? This is the signal buster. Yeah.
This is we'll use the signal buster. Don't worry, I got the signal buster.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's it's got to be Slevin, right?
No, it's that movie. It's like Marky Mark was in it.
Oh, you're right. It's the one where they he's like a part of a robbery crew. Yeah, with the
it's like
Prince of
called The
Cats.
Big Short, but it's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never remember John Leguizamo's name.
It's a silly name.
But that movie. McKenna, what up, girl?
If you remember that movie, let us know.
It's called like The Big Short, The Big Squeeze, The Big Heist.
Gun or something.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
know what I'm talking about.
So, what countermeasures have we tried? So, we tried using the signal that. So, there's certain signals these things operate on. We have a weapon that we can fire at a drone that forces it to land.
Yeah.
When we tried that weapon, jammed it. We tried.
Jesus.
Yes. We tried radar tracking, jammed it. We tried following them, they outrun us. So this is not your standard drone technology. Even the propulsion system cannot be a regular drone propulsion system. It's not just a few fans.
The drone I have
to outrun an F-16.
The drone I have, dude, that thing can move so quick, but it also got destroyed by a gust of wind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these things are flying.
So this is insane.
Dude, in hurricane speed winds, they're saying these things are able to hover.
Steve Wynn.
Yeah, Steve Wynn.
Steve Wynn.
But these things are able to
Steve
hover.
Wynn and Speed Wynn. Okay.
So we've also created, which cost us millions of dollars in tax money, these devices that we can aim at a drone to literally shut it down. It's like a small EMP device, if you will, but I think it uses microwaves. But even that has no effect on this. The propulsion system, it can't be fans if it's outrunning F-16s. And the guys that got real close to it in the fighter jets said that the lights on them don't look like your normal landing lights like you would have on like an airplane. You know how they have those lights for safety purposes? That they look more like intelligence gathering equipment. So those blue lights could either be part of the propulsion system or they could be intelligence gathering,
scanning our bodies
of some kind. And they move in scanning patterns as they go. So they're doing something nefarious. This is not just a hobbyist, and they're showing up all over the place, all over critical infrastructure.
Can you imagine it's one hobbyist with 500 drones? Okay, these are going over the UK.
Well, he would be a genius to build something that we don't have. We don't have this technology. We don't have these drones.
McKenna said, I saw aliens driving from Vegas to Arizona, which I 100% believe. It's Vegas to Arizona. Right. That is like the hotbed of
on extraterrestrial highway, which is an actual highway.
Yeah. Just so much good stuff going on in the chat. Moo7 said balloons can outrun F-18s and they're coated in a certain metallic agent. They can block radar.
Yeah,
locks.
it's
fucking insane.
There's this anti-radar paint that we use on our stealth craft, so that's definitely a thing.
I'll see them every day when I'm on my way to work. GL, brother.
Dude, yeah, man.
Gosh.
So somebody mentioned Project Bluebeam. So that's the idea that we would...
well, Moo7 said look up Project Echo. Echo.
So Project Bluebeam was this idea that we would intentionally launch UAPs and pretend that they were a bad actor, or that they were from outer space, in order to get support for more money for defense and for a war. That
ARVs
wasn't real.
ARVs.
Alien reproduction vehicles, yeah.
Because it was our stuff, but we're going to pretend it was not our stuff.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, what is this? And maybe that's what's going on here.
And that's what people are worried about, is what if it's a false flag of some kind? You can't rule that out. There's just no... And right now, think of what's going on around the world. We have some wars going on, and we're in
and we're on like the precipice of Dub Trey.
Exactly. And so just given the state or given the temperature globally right now, and especially with our involvement in some of these conflicts, somebody would want to start testing our limits. So we can't knock these things out of the sky with this normal technology we have. We can't track them. We can't even follow them. They're too fast. So we don't know what these things are or what propulsion they're using.
You know what's annoying real quick? Just
go ahead.
a quick aside. That I was scared to even say WW3. YouTube, you're such a little girl.
Yeah, it's true.
Can I just tell you what a little girl you are?
There's so much
get
we
shut
can't
down.
say because
there's so much we can't. We can't, dude. We
Like
can't even say
normal
like
stuff.
human beings' names.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know that guy in World War II? Like, we can't even
Yeah.
fucking say stuff. It's
I
crazy.
know.
We can't curse. We can't. It's just ridiculous. It's like YouTube. Hey, you're a bunch of little girls. Okay.
Yeah.
And no offense to little girls. That sounded weird. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? No offense to little girls. You're such vagines.
No, it's silly.
It's ridiculous. They're like, oh my
the
God,
buzzwords
wait,
that
they said World War III.
Yeah, so yeah,
Vaginas.
So if you see us kind of
We're dancing around words, yeah.
it's because of that.
Because we're terrified to say anything because YouTube will be like, nope, now we'll send this video out to no humans and they'll get 3 views.
Yeah.
For all that work they put in
the chat, which they do that, which is annoying. So in the chat, we've got McKenna saying that she knew aliens were going to invade in 2025. This technology is starting to sound like something exotic, right? How could it hover and look like a drone
and be able to
outrun an F-16?
Outrun an F-16, also be able to
one of our fastest. Things.
Take the point of origin. Nope. You can't find that out.
Nope.
Oh, you want to know this? You want to know that? Nope. We have the Bustas. They have the Bustas. They have the Bustas.
Yeah, and then GL said bring back the SR-71 to catch it, or the SR-72. So we know we did a whole episode about it, that there is a successor to the SR-71, the Aurora.
That they never told us about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of evidence of them testing it. Like we have the sonic booms.
The Aurora is a
maps,
dope name, though.
Where they tracked it going from like LA to New York in a few minutes. Like these things are crazy.
Sick.
Even the former CEO of Lockheed had come out after he retired and did a speech where he said that we've got the technology to take ET home. Like
yeah. I remember that.
We can go Mach 11 since 92 or something like that.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Moose Evans said SR-71 was a beast. Bro,
Yeah,
so imagine the Areola. What's it called? The Aurora?
The Aurora.
Imagine what a beast the Aurora is.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Because
Lazar said he
SR-71
saw it.
is such a beast. That's what Elon named his son after, was the SR-71, right?
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And because his son's name's like Zelon, whatever. I don't know, some weird shit. But
Cheese Spread's saying, you guys will love my documentary. There's at least
50 F-bombs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
And which makes it a comedy because who cares anyway? Yeah, and if you've seen the show before or if you haven't, we like attacking these topics in a comedic, fun way.
Yeah.
Like, because there's so many. I mean, people talk about this kind of stuff like UFOs or whatever, but it's so dry.
And
it's
boring.
So boring. Yeah. So we enjoy these topics, and so we like to have fun with them, and that's why I hope you guys watch the channel.
Exactly.
It's because it's a more fun way to talk about some really cool stuff that's going on. Yeah.
It'd be so much easier for ourselves if we didn't film live, but this is what matters.
Yeah,
This
we like talking to you guys.
We like hearing you guys talk.
So thank you everyone in the chat right now.
Yeah,
so
much obliged.
So we know these things have sensors. They're gathering intel. Pilots are saying that that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They move in a scanning pattern. There are reports that the FBI agents in charge of trying to figure out what these things are seeing them over their houses when they get home. It's almost a nod to them saying, "You're looking at us. Well, we know where you live."
Yeah.
So that's so threatening. And if it is a state actor, why are we afraid to say, because jamming radar is an act of war? You come into our airspace and you jam us, that's an act of war.
For sure.
So why are we afraid? What if we know exactly where these are from?
That's what's scary.
We can't say who they are without declaring war.
And everyone's like, why aren't you doing all of these things?
Right.
And we're like, oh,
So that could be the reason is we don't want to declare war. We would have to. That is what it is.
So a possibility could be, it's like, oh no, these are the aliens that we were supposed to have a pact with, but they're doing stuff we're not liking, but what are we going to do about it?
It doesn't feel alien, right? Doesn't it? It feels bad.
I'm saying that's an option.
Yeah,
but
that's an option.
Also, it's, what if it's like just some, even like a Lockheed or even
someone made a breakthrough.
Of
some kind. This is a breakthrough in drone technology. Yeah.
But why would they be so public about it?
They want to cause fear and panic. I think that's the
For
point.
who? The populace?
Yes.
Or for the government?
Both.
Or do they want to see how the government will react to something like this?
Yeah.
All of the above?
Yeah, I think all of the above. Why haven't we just shot missiles at these things?
Why not?
First of all,
what are we afraid of?
They're flying over residential neighborhoods.
Yeah.
A lot of these military bases, there'd be damage to the base or to the surrounding populace, so they're using our own rules of engagement against us.
Yeah.
And they're just flying with impunity.
But we're not
in our
even.
airspace.
But we're not even using our engagement.
The protective countermeasures we have, we can't even use. So it's getting to the point
Why?
where we're going to have to get violent.
Yeah.
And it's scary because they're flying over critical infrastructure. You can't EMP something that's over your power grid. You can't use these microwave signal technologies when you're over a military base.
Yeah.
You're going to burn out every plane in the...
And you can't shoot a missile at a drone that's over an FBI agent's
So what do you
home,
do?
residential
Yeah.
home.
So they're using these rules against us. Other countries are, with the rules, they're a little bit more willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Here, they're using this as a tool, as a weapon. And they've gathered a lot of intel.
Dude, it's like a movie where the bad guy is the guy who leaves the CIA or whatever. He was like some top ranking official, like a White House down or whatever, knows the protocol.
Yeah.
So as soon as we do this, they're going to take him to this bunker,
Yeah.
and that's where we intercept him. Like they know
the rule book.
They know the rule book.
It's like The Negotiator.
Genius.
How great is that?
Dude, how
freaking
good is that
movie?
movie? Sam Jackson and Kevin Spacey when Kevin Spacey was still acting.
Yeah. What does he say? He goes, "You never say no." What is it?
You never tell him.
Yeah.
Hostage, no.
You just killed a hostage.
Yeah. You just killed her. Yeah.
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 That's such a great movie.
It's genius.
But he knows the rule book and he uses it against them.
And Kevin Spacey knows that he knows the rule book, so he like hangs up on him and
I love
just
that.
so cool.
He'll call back.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch that if you haven't
Who do
seen
you
it.
think is in charge? Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That movie's great. Kevin Spacey goes head to head with Sam Jackson, bro. Of course it's a good movie.
Dude, yeah. China already ceased exports of certain military-grade tech to the U.S.
Yeah.
Moose 77
Cool.
is saying.
Yeah.
Right, so we're seeing something
Dope,
there.
yeah.
And then GL says that when he was in the Air Force, the other guys knew that it... Oh, shoot.
Home of the stealth bomber and the original drone. You guys knew who was the home of the stealth bomber and the original drone.
So where he worked is where they
created
the
that
R&D for that technology. Yeah. And now they made the EMP already. So yeah, what's the fear here with drones is you can put anything on a drone and now fly it into these places. What if there was a
biological weapon, chemical weapon? Yeah.
Any
Who knows?
weapon.
Anything. Yeah.
Any weapon over critical infrastructure is a big deal. They're flying over water treatment plants.
Jesus.
This is the scariest thing ever. And we're not doing anything about it, and we're not capable of doing anything about it.
So
I have some videos here.
Let's vid. Let's vid. No, I want to vid.
So what do these things look like? We've got witness reports from several different states, and I've got videos, and I want you guys to see these things.
Yes, Edwards. That's where Edwards Air Force Base was, where GL was out of Moose 7. I do know the answer to that.
Yeah,
because he's talked about it before that he was out of Edwards.
Yeah.
Video time. TS?
Holloman. Yeah. Big R&D facility.
Holloman. I thought he went to. I don't know anything about it. I couldn't read any training in New York.
No, he did. He's told us Holloman. That's true.
Why did we say Edwards?
And that's where that famous landing took place. Was at Holloman.
What famous landing?
The famous landing of a UFO craft where 3 beings actually got out and spoke to the commader.
What's up, players?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It was like sputtering, and they made like an emergency landing. Funny that they made an emergency landing at a high-tech R&D facility that is known for reverse engineering their
That'd be so crazy. You're just there.
It's like they know how...
They're outside. You're smoking a cigarette. You're just like chilling, and then you see... bunch of aliens run out.
Hey, we need one of the XP-43s. We know you guys have one of those from like one of the crashes a couple years ago.
And it's like Ghostbusters where
grab that for
the
us?
cigarette sticks to his lip.
Yeah.
And it opens.
The XP-23. No, we don't have that here. But no, we know you have it here. We need it.
Sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You do, and I'm telepathically reading your mind.
Yeah.
You know exactly where
what
it
I'm
is.
saying. Yeah.
Well, you just go get it.
Yeah, no, I'll go get it. Yeah, sorry.
Thank
My
you.
bad. All right, what's the TS?
This is a short.
Oh. Would you look at that?
Yeah, so we got a couple
FBI
shorts
says
here.
there is a
No,
growing...
it's not. No, it's not a short. It was a full-length video.
Mystery that's now extended across the country.
Play this. Yeah, why not?
Have been flying at night over parts of New Jersey and New York. And yesterday, a sighting in California over a high-ranking military meeting. NBC's George Solis has more.
Oh, sure.
Tonight, an
brother
mystery that's been described as unnerving is growing. The FBI now investigating multiple reports of unidentified
what the hell?
drones flying
This is
over
when the
New
FBI
Jersey,
got engaged.
some as large as a small car. And today, a large drone seen here, also described as the size of a small vehicle,
I think is
flying over a
bollocks.
California event.
That's you think is what?
I think that's bollocks. I don't think that is what
that's
we're seeing
no
everywhere
that's
else.
Defense Secretary Lloyd
no,
Austin was in
That's
attendance.
a drone.
That's
that's just somebody's.
Rockaway, New Jersey.
The New Jersey drones initially spotted.
Bro, what was that? Ingrid Cold?
It was, yeah.
From fucking Mothman Prophecies.
Xerxes.
Yeah.
Northern part of the sporting event, where Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was in attendance.
More drones in the sky. Rockaway, New Jersey.
He wants his identity hidden for no reason.
For no reason, yeah.
Could you block my face out and do the voice thing?
What do you hold? What am I holding in my hand? That is a great movie.
Yeah.
Come join the army. Come join the Persian army.
It's the Persians.
I'll make you the general of my army. It's so silly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I could be the general of ya.
Yeah, maybe.
Shit, you're really a mess. Yeah. Didn't realize that.
I would have to talk to you a lot.
Yeah, you'd have to be like,
general.
you'd be standing right where this guy is. Ugh, it's a problem. All right. So next video, let's see it.
Yeah, next video. So that tells you where
What's up
all
with the
these places
mysterious
they're being
drones
seen.
that have been flying over New Jersey for
I don't know,
weeks?
sweetie. What's up?
I'm not even kidding. It's like the size of our RV.
There's 3 right there.
There's a third. This is insane.
Groups of drones
Look
have
at
been
the map.
spotted flying over parts of northern New Jersey at night.
Oh!
From what we can tell, it's been going on for at least 2 weeks. One resident says he's seen the drones almost daily.
And there's a military
sometimes
base
as
nearby.
many as 8 at a
Of course
time.
there is.
He estimated the larger drones to be the size of a car. The FBI has confirmed they're looking into it, but say they don't have any specifics to share as of Monday morning.
Well, we were looking into it, and then they started flying over me in my mother's home.
Yeah. So now we have yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you do there?
Not looking into them anymore. I've moved on.
So what's that about? Why are you following agents home? Like, that's just creepy, dude.
So that's like human warfare. That's not
what
like
I mean.
alien.
It doesn't feel alien
That's
at all.
bad
It
actors,
feels,
yeah.
this feels like a preemptive intelligence gathering effort to something.
Yeah.
And
or
so now
it's
go.
just like a simple test of like, hey, we need to see your response time on if we do something like this or if this happens. It's just, but they're using the populace to.
So that was
have this
Jersey.
test.
I've got a video from Philly. Let's play Philly.
I don't care what happens to Philly. Next. Have you seen
just the point that
when the Eagles win?
they're everywhere.
These guys are. I'm just kidding. Philly, we love you.
Yeah.
You've seen groups
Some of our
of
best fans
mysterious
are from
drones.
Philly. I don't know. I'm just
People in the Philadelphia area are now spotting large drones as authorities in New Jersey push for answers on their own mystery drone spottings over the past few weeks.
This guy's a nerd.
There it is again. It's so close and it's going so. Look at it.
We were swarmed ourselves last night by Action News viewers sending videos.
People are
of
so
drone
funny when they film like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Did you see? Oh my god!
I have to.
Dude,
To go viral, you gotta have a personality.
Bull crap. I do the opposite. If I see something, if I literally see an alien like running towards me, I'd be like, "Look at this motherfucker!" Right
There's
here,
an
bro."
alien slowly moving towards.
What is this thing?
No, I'd be like, "Yeah, man. I mean, it's pretty wild, but I'm chilling." You know, I'd be like, they'd be like, "Dude, how cool were you? You were so calm, cool, and collected."
Dude, it's to see something so bizarre like that, you don't know how to react. It's weird.
What's this? Just some alien spaceship?
Because
or whatever?
your brain's looking for this prosaic explanation. So like by the time you get to the point where you're like, oh, this is something significant and different, usually it's gone. And you're like, oh, I wish I would have thought to take a picture. Because you're always just like, no, it's just a plane. No, it's just a helicopter.
Yeah.
No, what is that?
Yeah.
That's why we get so little footage of these things, real footage at least. So now we have News Nation in Brooklyn, and so they
News
made their
Nation
way to
in
New
Brooklyn.
York. Yeah,
News Nation in Brooklyn.
well, crazy.
You get excited about
They're
that.
flying all over the place.
Now we
like I
got
said,
News Nation.
Texas, Utah, New Mexico, the Nevada test range.
They started to change from like white lights.
Oh, yeah,
to get,
Brooklyn
like, more,
for sure.
Like, reddish green blinking lights. There had to be.
This freaking thing was in the air and it was like
yeah.
crazy or whatever.
10, maybe 12 of these things, and some of them came closer. They went over my building. You could hear the whir of the motor. They seemed pretty large.
Yeah. All right. So we've got this mystery in the sky now extending to Brooklyn, New York. The video you see here looks like what we saw on Sunday near the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. It's in
Verrazano.
The Brooklyn
Yeah, what is she,
sightings coming
half
after
reads?
folks in Staten Island and in several New Jersey neighborhoods also saw the flying objects. Believed to be drones, but nobody really knows. The videos on your screen of the New Jersey sightings prompting Governor Phil Murphy to respond.
What?
We don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's...
What do you think of my red glasses?
Yeah. So
having said that, do you think this was a good purchase?
So now that they've been spotted all over the country.
And he does the thing where these lift. He does one of these. I
Yeah.
can't do it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Where you flip the glasses. Yeah. Was it Rizzo?
Was this a good purchase?
Hey, Riz.
Yeah, from Greece.
So now that they're all over the country, we saw them spread all over the country. They're all over our
Like
allied
butter.
countries. They're in Germany. They're in UK. They're all over the place. Our response obviously isn't working. So today there was a congressional hearing to talk about what do we do, because we've allowed people to just buy drones and just fly them around, right? Which is nice that we have that freedom. But what comes along with that? We know that they're being used at the southern border to move all kinds of illegal stuff.
Narcotics, yes.
And for
Human beings.
counterintelligence to see where the checkpoints are, where the troops are. And so they're being used nefariously all over the place. But these are specifically targeting military bases, nuclear installations, water treatment plants.
FBI
agents
homes.
specifically. It's just too scary. So we had to have a public congressional hearing, which was held today. And I want to
Crazy.
play just a snippet of that hearing.
Snippet.
29 minutes, 27.
Jesus, Jared, say it ain't so. 29,
So this is a
27.
full hearing dedicated to what do we do about this? Because people are getting scared. 29, 27. Yeah.
Let's just start with current events, and I'll ask an open-ended question. What is going on in New Jersey?
That's open-ended as hell, yes, sir.
He's like,
So, sir, the FBI...
In regards to what?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Jersey,
field
bro.
office, along with the state and local partners there, the Bureau is
Sucks not
actively
having answers.
investigating the situation you mentioned, just the unexplained sighting of drone activity over
funny.
that part of New Jersey, including proximity to sensitive sites and areas of concern. So we do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that.
No answers.
One or more people that are responsible for
the FBI.
those drone flights. But we're actively investigating what the Bureau
so nothing.
has
You
done
know
to
nothing.
aid-
Bro,
to
yeah,
31
I've never
minutes.
heard somebody just beat around a bush.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's hilarious.
Jump to 31 real quick. We have a couple stamps
read
here.
some of GL's chats.
He was saying that at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico, Moose Heaven said, do they speak Russian, the drones?
That's great.
Yeah, and then right next to White Sands, he's talking about the base that he used to work at. He's like, every airplane at my base was stealth. Other than the 20 tornadoes, I'll be saying, it's too high to be a drone. So good point. So some of the fighter jets that have engaged these things have engaged them at extremely high altitude. We don't have that technology. We can't do that. We can't take a drone that high. We can't run them for this long, and we can't build them this big.
They haven't worked out the icing problem.
And we can't make them this fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one issue.
Yeah.
No, there's just so many.
There's a million issues.
The propulsion is the problem, and the battery life is a problem, and the weight is a problem. But someone has solved all of these problems, armed it with countermeasures, and they're sneaking around our airspace, completely with
A
impunity.
couple of sneakies.
And so, yeah, jump to 31 on here.
It's ready.
This is today's.
I'm queued up.
This literally just happened a few hours ago.
Oh, wait.
This
On a
hearing.
different video?
Same video, 31 minutes.
Oh, the same fucking guy sweating bullets?
Go for it, yeah.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk? Are we concerned that
Good
there
question.
Yeah.
are nefarious intentions that could cause either national security or a public safety incident
And
that
his
would put
answer is,
Americans at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
I think the
Well, you
fact
don't
that we have
know, or it's
these
not a risk.
Yeah.
That's two different answers.
Yeah. Or you don't have enough intel.
You're scaring the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Could we get someone else here to
Yeah.
talk? Mr. Wheeler's not getting
The scary
the plot
part is
here.
they might not have the answers, and that's scary.
No, I don't think he's holding a bunch back.
No.
I think he's just like,
I don't know.
I don't know what you want me to say, guys.
I
Should
don't
we
wanna
be
panic
worried?
people.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully not.
Who's
I don't
been
know.
saying we need to control our airspace? We need to know what these things are. We need to know what's coming in and out of our air bases and watching us.
I've been saying
the UFO community, all like the Grushes and the what's his name, Graves,
The
and
Naps.
everybody that's been a part of these UFO hearings. The general idea of every single person's testimony was we need to know what these are,
Yeah.
so we can defend against it. These are a major national security issue, and we waited and laughed at these guys for so long that now that it's here on our doorstep, flying through our neighborhoods, we can't fight back. We waited too long.
Yeah.
And so one more timestamp, 3208 on the same video. Because I want the audience to see this is where we're at. This was just
3208?
today. This was just a couple hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Hours.
Mr. Wheeler,
still
we
know
don't
nothing.
necessarily have the authorities we need. Why can't we take action against these drones that are flying over
Yes.
sensitive
Why
sites?
can't we shoot them
Why
out of the
are we not
fucking
taking action
sky?
against drones that are flying over
Why
sensitive
are we
sites?
not taking action?
So authority exists to
Non-answer.
mitigate a UAS in flight when authorized, and that could certainly apply to a sensitive site. I would be a little measured in
Non-answers.
speaking for
Yeah.
Department of Defense for those sites.
You're gonna
that
defer
are
to the
I'll
here.
ask someone else
But I
the
will
question
say
you
that
asked me.
we're, for the FBI in a position, close liaison relationship with the Department of Defense
I'm
in
glad you
those
guys had
areas
that
that you mentioned.
relationship.
And what
I actually went to a dinner party last
Yeah.
week where.
And there were drones watching us,
Yeah.
listening to everything we said.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's useless.
Yeah, so that's so that is, like I said, a few hours ago. So as of right now,
We know nothing.
no answers, no countermeasures, no solutions, and they're still out there in every state over every critical piece of infrastructure we have. We have no answer.
Great.
Yeah. And who prophesized this? A freaking computer. In 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought, oh, how silly it's going to be UFOs.
An alien battle. That was the speculation.
Yeah.
What the computer said was there was going to be this contention with
Aircrafts,
UFOs
yes.
swarming the world.
And by definition, these are UFOs.
Yeah, and contention.
And by definition, this is contention.
Yeah. So
shiz, man. What's the word then, dude?
Yeah.
So what do you think this is? What do you think this is? A branch of the armed forces or something that's saying
scaring our own people? Could be. There was just an election. If you want to go the conspiratorial route, sure, that could be possible.
I love rumors.
But what it feels like is a nefarious bad actor. And it feels like...
Who? It's just a guy on his own who knows the playbook?
No, it's a country. This has to be backed by an enemy country of some kind. The most likely candidate would be China, I would say.
Yeah.
Who
Over
has
Russia.
the money and resources. We have intelligence that it's not
I think I saw
Russia.
one of these drones on Temu, actually, like a few months ago.
To buy.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it might be China.
But why are we not willing to say that it's China? Because what they're doing is considered an act of war.
And if we don't respond in kind, then what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we, a
If
bunch
we
of
say
regimes?
China's doing this and they're jamming us, It's an act of war. We have to declare war.
Yeah.
Do we want to declare war with China?
Yeah. No, of course not, man.
I don't think we do. So I think if they do have the answers, they don't want to say it. And if they don't have the answers, then we're in big trouble.
So here's the thing, though, is, dude, China's a scary country to be at war with.
Yeah.
Because, like, just they could shut down a lot of our infrastructure just from TikTok. They have all our phones.
Or a drone. Yeah.
It's like, no, I can't go out on my phone.
It's scary, the idea. So I'm glad Congress is working on this. I wish FBI had more answers, and I wish we had better technology. But we've done 2 hearings now where you've had the guys working in these programs for the Defense Department saying our biggest security threat is this.
Moose 7 just said they're definitely scared to name China.
They're scared.
But dude, how crazy is TikTok that good of an app where we're okay with, like, wait, terms of service, we're going to spy on you and we're going to listen to everything you do. We're going to pull your contacts and all of your information.
We're going to ping you in your house to know exactly where you
are at every moment.
Yeah. And now we're going to put drones.
But they got great videos. Agree. Like, what? Are we fucking serious, dude?
Yeah, it's weird.
And then the people who are like, oh no, I'm not getting TikTok. I'm like, what are you, a bitch? And which is crazy. I really do. I'm like, what are you talking about? Who cares? What are they going to find? You're not doing anything important.
I would say, anytime we buy any, like even...
By the way, we got a great TikTok page. You guys should check it out.
It's true. Yeah, we use it. It's a lot of views on there.
A lot of good views on there.
Unfortunately. But yeah, anytime you buy technology from a foreign country, especially for defense purposes, you need to be very careful. We know that we had bought a bunch of Chinese routers for our cellular phone infrastructure.
Yeah.
And there were backdoors built into those, and they were spying on all of our communications. Emails, text messages, phone calls, pictures, everything. They had a gateway into anyone who used those cellular providers.
Yeah.
A lot of those providers have replaced those routers. I will tell you right now, there are a lot that did not.
Yeah,
They're still using this old equipment.
It costs too much.
That they know has this back door in it. There's a program called Pegasus, which they use to spy on you through your own cell phone. Yeah. And the U.S., they're not allowed to use it yet, but they're holding hearings to deploy it here in America. It is made in another country. Do you think that they're going to give you a product like that without access into that product themselves?
Yeah.
Nope. So if you're going to use it here and spy on your own people for, anti-terrorism purposes, I agree with, certain measures for terrorism. But just know that whoever you bought that from sees everything that you're seeing. They're sniffing all that data.
Yeah.
So build it yourself.
Cheese Spread said when I was a kid, if you bought a Honda motorcycle, you might get your ass kicked. And then GL said, I haven't been on TikTok since we did our last live.
Yeah.
Crazy. So Jared, do we have any other videos? Anything else you wanted to?
No, I brought us up to current. That's all the way up to a few hours ago.
Hours ago,
This is what we know. Nothing.
Yeah, and what do we know? And nothing.
What are we doing about it?
Nothing. What can we do about it?
What?
Nothing.
What drone outruns an F-16? A lot of these people are seeing the blue orbs that Cheese was talking about. That these drones are appearing as just blue orbs. So what if they do have this cloaking technology?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alien drones, Dralians.
Dralians.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Dralians.
Okay, let me type this.
Don't cool.
Look at the screen.
All right.
Okay, so I want to show you something and tell me what the fuck you think, dude. So Superman, real quick. So that was drones, guys. Yay! We're all gonna die. Be afraid or not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on with my life. So let's just hope everything's.
If you see them, please post it in the chat.
Take pictures and send it to us.
Yeah.
We have a TikTok. You can message us on there. You can message us on YouTube. We have TPTNS. Cameron at TPTNSLV.com. Jared at TPTNSLV.com.
Yeah.
TPTNSLV at gmail.com. We have like 50 emails, dude. They're all on the community page.
A lot of platforms. Yeah. Let us know what you see. Post pictures if you can get them. Videos. We want to see it. We'll play it on the show. We want to see the stuff.
No nudes. We didn't make that clear enough last time, man. It was a real issue. Stupid. Anyway, so Jared, the new Superman movie is coming out. Superman Legacy, I believe it's called.
Well.
Yeah, wow.
Not my Superman.
Not my Superman either.
Henry Cavill's
Cavill's my man.
Superman. How do you change Superman? Can't.
Yeah, well, they did, and I'll tell you what, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving what I'm seeing. So, Jared, here's the new Superman outfit, and I want to get your opinion on.
So the Superman suit that they used in Man of Steel. Man of Steel is so. That's why I fought so hard for it when we did the tier list.
I know. I'm editing that right
list,
now,
yeah.
and you do fight hard
because it. I said make a better Superman movie.
I know,
and then we'll talk about.
I remember. Trust me, I'm editing it. I know every word you said.
I'm saying it for the audience.
I know. I was being funny.
Okay.
So, what do you think? This is the new outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much Kingdom Come, like the S is, right?
Yeah.
One thing is sort of cool. Look who that is, Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
That looks pretty decent.
Yeah, the TV show did him exact same uniform.
Oh, that's Mr. Terrific. That's how it fucking looks.
So,
so
not breaking any new ground.
Yeah, they're not breaking any new ground. But it does look like him, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here's my biggest contention.
Okay.
Let's see if we could find a good photo of it here. They did the S on the cape, bro.
Weak.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I don't like the underwear thing either.
I hate
like
that
they got rid of that for Man of Steel.
Dude, the underwear thing, it's so silly. You know what it looks like? It looks like somebody drew this in the 1930s. That's what it looks
they
like.
Went for, right? It was like the OG look.
Yes. But that's what it looks like.
Ground it. We know that superhero films work better if you make it more grounded in reality and more realistic and raw and cool, and don't make it corny. Like it was corny back then. Like it's gonna be corny.
Kyle said, "You guys look like gay ancient aliens." The fuck does that mean, dude? That's meaningless joy. Hey, you son of a bitch!
Yeah. Well,
like he burned us,
from
brother.
Superman's planet.
yeah. Hell yeah. A couple of Kryptonians, baby. Yeah, you guys look like gay ancient aliens.
Hey, you know.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, though. Thank you,
to the
Kyle.
chat.
Yeah. The orange orbs, lots of cursing. Wow. Narrated by an angry British guy.
Mm-hmm.
Only superhero movies from here on out. Yeah, right. So, I don't know, dude. It looks silly to me. What do you think? What say you? What say you?
What's going to happen is going to be this huge uproar on the social media.
Sure.
And they're going to CG all this stuff out.
They're going to get exactly what's going to happen.
All of it.
And they're going to add a mustache. They're going to add one.
That'd be great.
Oh, hope? Hope means... hope is what the S means.
I can't even watch that movie anymore. I can only watch the Snyder Cut.
Dude, well, once you see the Snyder Cut, you're like, oh, what were they thinking?
They made the best superhero movie. Like, it's one of the best superhero movies.
Dude, they really needed the scene where Aquaman's like, oh, I don't care if I die. Oh, wait, maybe I do. She's
sitting
hot.
on a lasso.
Oh, what is this? What a gag. Oh, I didn't even know.
Dostoevsky's my favorite.
That's not a joke.
I sent you the video the other day, like the ending, because I only remember the Snyder Cut ending.
Of course.
And so then I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, that's what they did.
That's what they thought was
so
cool.
Bad. You don't get the scene with Darkseid with the head getting sent
Instead
through the
it's,
portal.
Hey, you work for me. Get off me.
Yeah.
Get off me.
Or the two of them landing, Cyborg and Superman landing, laughing together. Ha 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 ha.
Wouldn't this be great if we called ourselves the Avengers
We're such
instead?
good friends. Yeah.
We should just call ourselves the Avengers. That's what that movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't this a giggle fest? That guy's playing Galaga.
Yeah,
they just steal everything.
Well,
yeah, they might as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, dude. Right?
Yeah.
That's all we got. Short episode today because
the mustache joke. Yeah.
Hour and a half. No, we did it. We basically did.
Forrest Gump 2. How do you get further into that story?
You beat me to the mustache. Yeah. What'd you say?
Forrest Gump 2. I was like, how do you go further into that story?
That's great.
He invented transistors.
I'm still dumb as shit. Yeah, but now I'm older, and I don't have.
What if you
Mr.
made
Quick,
a plane that was invisible to radar?
Mr. Quick, how are you? What's up, brother? Mr. Quick said, people focus on the silly things instead of knowledge that transcends time. like ultrasonic crystals used to kill germs by resonance.
I love that.
Yeah. What a great little addition, Mr. Quick. Thank
Which
you.
is stuff we talk about here on
all the time. That's so funny. We have
check out the
episode,
Akashic Records episode,
where we literally talk about a guy who used to heal people through sound and through crystals and through all this kind of
or the tech that killed them. I think that's the name of the episode. We go into a bunch of inventors that created cures,
killed for their knowledge.
Killed for their knowledge.
Yeah, we got some good episodes. If you like this kind of stuff, for sure. And guys, please hit that like button. It helps this video go out to more people, and it's very easy for you. And it will give you good luck for the rest of the week. So I promise you that.
Yeah, always.
So yeah, cool. But yeah, nice. I'm still dumb as shit, but older. Every boomer. Yeah. God bless. God bless. Well, beautiful. Chat, thank you for popping off, especially Kyle. You guys look like gay ancients. Great. Thank you. Especially me. I believe that. I have alien features. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Jared from Ja Resurrectus.
Yeah, look at you guys in the chat today. Thanks for joining the conversation.
Yeah, maybe we should start earlier every time.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Everything you added, everything you said, I enjoy all the comments.
Sure.
Even you, Kyle, thank you for that. But please, like, subscribe, tell us what you thought, get in the comments there. If you see pictures or anything, send them to us, any videos of this. Where do you think this is going? Who do you think's responsible for these drones? What did you learn today that scared the shit out of you? Because I'm pretty worried. Let us know. But thank you for joining.
Yeah, absolutely. For real, I mean, what Jared said and then some. So yeah, guys, we appreciate you. You guys rock. Thank you for joining us early this week. Sorry it had to be early, but we're usually 6 p.m. every Tuesday. Just like next week, we'll be 6 p.m. Tuesday, baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. And we will keep you guys posted. Maybe if we have to do like another like a little small stream or just a little video or TikTok or whatever, keeping you updated on this, we'll do so. Tina, thank you. Moose, thank you. Mr. Quick, giving life as always. And everybody with the badge, all you members, we appreciate that. You keep the show running. We love you. Cheese Spread, thank you so much for joining the chat, man. Everybody. So we love you. If I'm forgetting anybody, even Kyle, all of you guys. McKenna, of course, the beautiful, talented. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. And we'll see you on that flippity flop. Later, skaters!
What are these drones? What?